Hello and welcome to today's video where I will be covering the LPL Week 4, Day 5, I guess, even though it's technically the second day of games of Week 4, as well as the LCK Week 4, Day 3. As you see here, it's a day where there are 3 LPL games. So, let me give you the spiel. Every day I go over the 4 major regions games, if they play, and I take notes and I break down the game for you, saving you the time of watching maybe a, hour and a half long series in just game time alone, let alone in between games and all the BS that comes with that. So let's get started. First game was between Ultra Prime and Anyone's Legend, 2 teams on the outside looking in. I like Ultra Prime. I think they have a lot of upside. Anyone's Legend I am not as high on, and in the end Anyone's Legend comes out on top 2-1 in this series. The first game was quite slow. Not a lot really happened, as you can see there. That box is the smallest one on the board. Ultra Prime won 16-4. They blew them out. So Ultra Prime comes out. The game starts out slow. And actually, Anyone's Legend takes a Hextech Drake to start the game. But at 11 minutes, the first fight, Ultra Prime wins 3-0 in bot. They reset. Anyone's Legend takes an Infernal. So Anyone's Legend's actually looking pretty good with 2 Drakes. However, every time there's a confrontation, they lost. Ultra Prime won 2-0 for Rift Herald 15 minutes. Now they're up 5-0. Hacker on the J4 is 2-0-3. The gold lead's 3.5K. And we're only 15 minutes in, and only 2 skirmishes have happened. But Ultra Prime has this big lead. 18 minutes, they were able to take the mountain and stop the dragon stacking, winning a fight 3-2 to do so. Cryan did have a double kill for Ultra Prime. 23 minutes, Ultra Prime would get a fight in mid that they won 2-0, which pushed their gold lead to 7.5K, which is pretty crazy to think. A 7.5K gold lead, no Baron, and only 3 fights to really go over. 3 fights, and Ultra Prime are up big. They turned that into another mountain, and then at 26 minutes, they win a fight 2-0 to be able to take a Baron, pushing their gold lead to 10K, and as you know, a 10K gold lead is pretty much game over. Ultra Prime end up winning a fight 2-0 or 3-0 in bot to end up ending the game 16-4. Not even close. Game 2, as you see here, was a blowout. Actually, in most cases, except maybe the last game in this series, all the games were blowouts. Second one's 22-9 in favor of Anyone's Legend. Ultra Prime would throw the first punch in Game 2, however, getting a pick. Ultra Prime would then go bot lane, get a 2-0 fight, win. Ultra Prime would then get another pick. So Anyone's Legend in the early game are disrespecting Anyone's Legend. Anyone's Legend are disrespecting the vision of Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime has 2 pick plays. They turn it into a Hextech Drake. But at 16 minutes, this is where the game ended up going to Anyone's Legend. A fight over Rift Herald, similar to how Game 1, there was a fight for Rift Herald that went 2-0 for Ultra Prime that played big dividends as the mid-game began. The same thing happened, but reverse. Forge with a double kill on Akali ended up getting them that Rift Herald. So at 17 minutes then, a minute later, they win a fight again in mid 5-2. Betty with a triple kill on Zeri. He really piloted the Zeri well in Game 2 as well as Game 3. That's why he's the MVP. Zeri looked good in his hands. Turns that into an Infernal. So now the Dragons are even 1-1. Anyone's Legend are up 11-5. 5.5K gold, and Betty is 5-0-6 at 19 minutes. So like I said, the only fights that really happened were for Rift Herald, the Anyone's Legend won 4-0, and 5-2 in mid a minute later for Anyone's Legend, besides the early game picks back and forth. 21 minutes, Ultra Prime are able to take the Baron. After getting a pick, they start the Baron, they go off the Baron, they win a fight 2-0. So then they go get the Baron because they're up in advantage and champion advantage. But Anyone's Legend were able to stop the recalls, get 3 kills, and pretty much cut that Baron into a useless objective. 24 minutes, Anyone's Legend take a Cloud Drake 2-1. 25 minutes, now they're up 16-9 and 4.5K. So Anyone's Legend are still cruising, 4.5K gold lead despite losing that Baron. They were able to ace Ultra Prime clean 5-0 at 28 minutes. Betty with a double kill in that fight to end the game. Final score 22-9. Game 3. The first 7 minutes, Ultra Prime would I mean, oh my god, I keep saying Ultra Prime. Anyone's Legend go bot lane twice and also get a pick play. So in the first 7 minutes of the game, Anyone Legend are very active. They've created 3 different plays by 7 minutes. They turn it into an Infernal. Betty is so far ahead, he actually solo kills ZS with the Zeri into Renekton in the side lane. So, I mean, Betty is that far ahead that he's able to solo kill Renekton. Ultra Prime take a mountain. However, they're down 4-0, 2k gold, 15 minutes. Ultra Prime, Anyone's Legend end up getting a dive at 17 minutes. 19 minutes, there's a first significant fight that takes place in which Anyone's Legend wins 4-1. Betty with a triple kill on Zeri again, like I said. So now they're up 9-1 and 4.5k gold already at 20 minutes. 23 minutes, there's fights around the Baron where Ultra Prime actually come out on top 3-2 to kind of push, the game off a little bit. It wasn't going to end right away. Anyone's Legend would then go to Soul Point after the resets. 25 minutes, Anyone's Legend were eventually able to take the Baron after a 5-2 teamfight win where ZDZ ended up with a double kill, 6k gold lead. 30 minutes after that Baron subsided, Anyone's Legend wins 4-3, a team fight where Betty and Cryan for both sides had triple kills. By the way, this reminded me, we had an Annie sighting in mid for Ultra Prime in Game 3. Something interesting. There were a couple interesting picks today, which you'll find out if you watch this video. Anyone's Legend then take an Ocean Soul. They end the game at 38 minutes. Anyone's Legend with a 5-1 team fight win. Betty with a quadra kill to end it. Betty was huge in both games on the Zeri. Without a shadow of a doubt, he carried them hard. Looked really good. Game 2, Series 2. Mismatch on paper, mismatch on the Rift. BLG and TT. BLG are coming off of a loss right before the break, where TT are subbing in Chieftain and UKL into jungle and mid, 2 players they could not utilize until now. Game 1 was slow to start. They took an Ocean and an Infernal. BLG did. So BLG, it's a very slow early game. So the first 12 minutes at minimum, nothing happens besides these 2 Drakes being taken. Thunder Talk would get the first kill at 12 minutes going mid, pushing a gold lead to 1.5k, and then getting a Cloud. So, I mean, not a lot was happening in terms of kills. All these objectives were going uncontested. 18 minutes, BLG would go bot, but they weren't able to get enough prio to be able to take the next Drake. So now the Drakes are 2-2, but BLG are up 1k gold. So the gold lead's small. It's only 1-1. 23 minutes, Thunder Talk roll over and allow BLG to get a Baron, which pretty much ended it for them, in my opinion, despite the rest of the game and how it occurred. I think this was where they should have fought, and they didn't. So BLG have a 2.5k gold lead. TT would end up getting a pick top lane to kind of slow it down, but by this point, they gave away too much. They went to Cloud Soul Point as well. 30 minutes, BLG were able to take a Baron again. 2-0 team fight win, so at least Thunder Talk fought, but they should have done this the first time, not the second time. 7k gold lead. BLG used this Baron to be able to get enough prio to prevent the Cloud Soul from going to Thunder Talk, going to Cloud Soul Point themselves. A 2-0 team fight win where Breathe ends up getting both kills. He's the MVP. He pulled out the Fiora in Game 1 and really gave them a lot of prio in the side lane, getting ahead, taking turrets. He really crushed the top lane matchup in this series. At 35 minutes, BLG win a fight in mid 1-0. And then at 37 minutes, they win another fight 2-0 in mid to end it. Final score 10-2. Not a lot of kills. I mean, there are only 2 kills through the first 25 minutes of this game. Very, very slow game. Game 2, BLG would dive top at 4 minutes. Thunder Talk would respond by going bot lane a minute later. And then actually at 8 minutes, Puff had a double kill in the bot 2v2. So they were running a Jinx Thresh versus an Aphelios Nautilus in a 2-1 win. That was a big deal. Thunder Talk actually were looking okay in the early game. Despite this advantage, though, in the bot lane that they got from that 2-1 team fight win, not even team fight win, 2v2 win, they could not get enough prio, so BLG take a Hextech Drake, which ends up biting Thunder Talk in the butt by the end because BLG take an Infernal Soul in this game and stack all 4 Drakes. 9 minutes, Thunder Talk would go bot lane again to try and get ahead. 11 minutes, more skirmishes happen in bot lane. 12 minutes, Breathe solo kills New. just to kind of show you how ahead Breathe was in this matchup between Gwen and Camille. He had 2 times the CS. So he just was crushing New. I mean, in game 1, he was crushing New. Game 2, he was crushing New. 13 minutes, Thundertalk go bot lane again. They keep trying to emphasize getting puff ahead, puff ahead. Well, in the end, it didn't make a difference. BLG take another Ocean. Thundertalk get a pick. 19 minutes, the first team fight of the game, really, that resulted in something. BLG were able to succeed going to Infernal Soul Point. 3-0 team fight win. Like I said in game 1, Thundertalk are waiting too long to get into these fights. Waiting till 19 minutes on the 3rd Drake to fight was not the play. So at 22 minutes, the score is 7-7. BLG are up 2K gold. And Breathe is 3-1-2 on the side lane. He is just crushing the matchup. He is really crushing the matchup. 23 minutes, BLG take a Baron. 2-0 team fight win. At least Thundertalk fought this. However, in the end, a 5K gold lead for BLG. During that Baron, they're able to win another team fight 2-1 to take Infernal Soul. So Thundertalk just kind of, they should never have allowed all these Drakes to stack with all their bot lane prio. 28 minutes, BLG would win a fight 3-0 in mid to end. Doggo with a double kill. Final score 16-8. Not often do I have a top laner as the MVP, but in this case I do. Breathe looked really, really good for BLG. Game 3 between OMG and Victory 5 ended up going Series 3. Went 3 games, a total of 98 minutes. As you see here, well, you probably can't see here, but the first 2 games were blowouts from either side, so let's get started. OMG start the early game with some cheese. They pulled out a Shen and did the, did just cheese level 1 in bot lane. Got 2 kills as a result of it. 2 minutes, he would not leave, and he got another kill in bot lane, so they're up 3-0 in 2 minutes with all this cheese. Victory 5 would then try and make a couple plays themselves, going bot lane to try and stop the bleeding. OMG would just do it again. So at 6 minutes, we have 4 instances of something happening in bot lane. Victory 5 would then take an Ocean, despite all this priority that OMG got in bot lane. OMG would then go to mid at 8 minutes. 12 minutes, Victory 5 would go top. So both junglers are all over the damn place. 12 minutes, OMG are up 5-2. Aki is 3-0-1 on the Graves, like I said. Jungler all over the place. Aki looks really good on carries. That is just his bread and butter. They take a Cloud. OMG do. 15 minutes through 17 minutes. Victory 5 starts staging a comeback. They go bot lane once, and then they go after Shanji again for a 3rd time a minute later, really punishing the Shen. 17 minutes. Victory 5 end up killing Cream. However, with all this going on, they reset. OMG take a Hextech. Eventually, OMG take the Hextech Soul in this game. OMG would go top lane at 19 minutes. Nothing really happens for a few minutes till the next Drake, where OMG get a pick to take the Soul Point. 25 minutes, things got interesting. So, to kind of explain the game state at this time, because Victory 5 went after Shanji so much, and Shanji did all the stuff he did at level 1, he was really far behind Rich in the Shen Jace matchup, to the point actually where Rich almost ended the game at 25 minutes. He exposed the OMG Nexus as OMG took the Baron. OMG would win a fight afterwards 3-0 to be able to recall to prevent themselves from losing the game at that time. However, things did end up, it was messy. 29 minutes, OMG would get a pick to be able to take the Hextech Soul. So 29 minutes, OMG are up 12-5, 4.5k gold, but their Nexus is exposed. To kind of show you too how far Aki was ahead in this game, he was able to solo kill Rookie at 30 minutes. 31 minutes, OMG win a team fight 5-1 in bot. Aki and Abel both double kills to end. Final score 18-6. It was a cheesy game. That was for damn sure. Game 2, OMG did more interesting things. They went with a Mumu as their support. You never see a Mumu. And today we saw a Mumu. I can't believe it. So, OMG actually got a 2v2 kill with the Mumu at 3 minutes. However, Victory 5 would then punish them, going bot lane at 6 minutes. Karsa with a double kill on Nidalee. Then they would go up top lane, get a 2-0 up there. Then they would go back to bot lane, and the 2v2 matchup, Victory 5 got 2 kills into the Tristana Amumu. So the Amumu backfires because at 10 minutes, Victory 5 are now up 6-1, 3k gold. They take a Cloud. Eventually, they take Hextech Soul in this game. 15 minutes, OMG take a Rift Herald. They are punished brutally. Victory 5, 5-2 team fight win. Fodic with a triple kill. Turn that into a mountain. 18 minutes, Victory 5 win a fight in mid, 5-0. Fodic and Rich both with double kills. So at 20 minutes, and I said this yesterday about a game, and this game is massive as well. Victory 5 are up 16-3 and 10k gold by 20 minutes. Fodic is 6-0-7 on the Zeri. He is just destroying everything. OMG then actually... OMG win a team fight in their jungle. 3-0 to take a Baron. Abel with a double kill, which kind of gave them a little bit of momentum for a couple minutes at least. It lowered the gold lead to 6.5k for Victory 5. However, they were able to get to Hextech Soul Point on the opposite side of the rift. And they were so far ahead in items, they actually increased their gold lead to 8.5k over the next 4 minutes after that Baron was taken. So they were just too far ahead. They win a fight 2-1 to get the Hextech Soul, 27 minutes. 29 minutes, they win 4-1. Karsa with a double kill to end it. Very clean cut, 24-9 blowout. So game 3, as you know, with my MVPs, I tend to pick who carried in game 3. Rookie ends up being the MVP, and we'll get to why. So 4 minutes, OMG go top lane, get a kill. OMG then get Notion, and then get a Hextech. So at by 14 minutes, only 1 kill had happened. I mean, only one pick or gank or dive has succeeded and gotten a kill. However, OMG did take the Ocean and then the Hextech, winning a fight 2-1. 15 minutes, they go top lane again to try and help Shanji. 17 minutes, they go to Infernal Soul Point, 2-1. Cream with a double kill. So Cream actually looked really good on the Orianna in this game despite the loss. 19 minutes is where things started to shift. Victory 5 got a pick and also were able to gank mid within a minute, turning into an Infernal Soul a couple minutes later. So things are starting to go Victory 5's way. They go mid again. 24 minutes now. Victory 5 are actually up 3.5k gold, despite OMG being up 6-4 in kills. OMG steal the Baron, kind of stop the momentum at 25 minutes. 2.5k gold deficit for OMG. 27 minutes. OMG win a fight 4-0 in mid. Cream with a double kill. And they tried to end the game, and this is where Rookie becomes MVP. Victory 5 make a stand, and Rookie is the one that led the way. He had a triple kill on Corki, pushed them off. That resulted in them taking an Infernal and got their gold lead back to 3k. Rookie is 5-1-4 at 30 minutes, despite being down 10-9 in kills. 33 minutes, Victory 5 go to Soul Point, winning a fight 4-0. Fodic with a double kill. A couple minutes later, they take a Baron uncontested, 8k gold lead, and they end with that Baron pushing down lane, 17-11. I mean, Rookie's MVP for that triple kill, pretty much. He carried, though, in Game 3, like I said, 5-1-4 by 30 minutes. He had 100% kill participation. He was the difference maker. The veteran came through for them. And I guess that's kind of it. OMG have lost 4 of the last 5 games. Victory 5, 4-1. So we'll see how they do going forward when they have more matchups. Same thing with BLG. Now on to the LCK. Right, so the LCK didn't have matchups as interesting on paper. However, both went to 3 games. Took a while to watch. That's what happens when you get Fred at Brion and HLE in some games. They love going to 35 minutes and beyond. So, game 1, Nyongshan and Fred at Brion, 6 and 7 in my power rankings. NS had to sub mid, bot, and support due to COVID reasons. And I think just continuity. It backfired on them in this series. Game 1 especially. So, let's get started. So, they go top lane at 8 minutes in the case of Red Force, Nanshan. Fred at Brion would then steal a Rift Herald with that priority. Red Force tried to take the Rift Herald, Bro steals it. They get punished for it, but they end up stealing it, using it to take an ocean. And then over the next few minutes, Fred Brian would go to mid lane twice, getting Lava ahead. Lava ends up being the MVP. He played Vigar in game 1, an interesting pick. 11 minutes. The game is 2-2. Kana is up 2k in top lane by himself. A massive gold lead for the Graves. Graves into Lee. I mean, he was crushing him. Red Force then go take a Cloud. Fred Brian go top lane to try and stop the bleeding. 19 minutes. Red Force would take a Hextech Drake. Fred Brian would punish them. A 2-0 win afterwards. So now they're up 2k gold, 5-2 in kills. 22 minutes. They take a Baron after getting a pick. 3.5k gold lead. Turn that into a Hextech themselves. So now the Drakes are 2-2. Then at 25 minutes, Fred Brian would get a pick play, which increases their gold lead to 4.5k gold. Lava has 2.5k of it himself on the Vagar. He was a monster in this game. They get a pick play. 28 minutes, they win a fight 2-0 to be able to take the Baron. Henna with both kills, 7k gold lead, go to Hextech Soul Point. They try and push for the end. However, Red Force would make a stand. Vital, the substitute bot laner, looked very good in this series for Ghost. Honestly, Ghost, I think, well, we'll get to Ghost because Ghost ends up playing in the series. But Vital looked really good. Vital ended up carrying to stop the bleeding at that time. Then they would win a fight 3-1 as well to be able to drop the deficit down to 2k gold. So it looked like they were coming back. They went to Soul Point themselves. However, at 36 minutes, they did not get priority on the Baron, unable to contest it. And Brian ended up ending with that Baron 5-2, Henna with a double kill. So Red Force looked kind of good at moments in game 1, but they're down quite a few members. So, you know, you kind of got to, I mean, when it comes to like the power rankings next week, I mean, I have to take that into consideration. So, game 2, couple substitutions. Fred at Brian say Sword, you were a problem in game 1. We're going with Morgan. Red Force say Blessing, you are out. We are going with Ghost as a support. Ghost is normally the starting AD carry. So they're going with Vital, Ghost, and bot lane, and it works out for them in game 2, despite this weird score of 10-16. Yes, they win the game despite not having as many kills. And, I mean, we'll get to that now. So, Fred at Brian go bot lane early, get 2-1 team fight win down there. They also go to River and get a 2-1 team fight win. So at 7 minutes, they're up 4-2. Red Force take the mountain, however, which is unfortunate. 12 minutes, Fred at Brian take the Rift Herald. Red Force punish them 2-0. Kana with both kills on the Graves. That's a problem. Kana has been doing well for them. Fred at Brian then go to bot lane, get a kill. At 14 minutes, because Fred at Brian had went bot lane multiple times, Henna was up 2k gold in his matchup. However, Kana was as well. And throughout the game, Henna's gold lead would disappear, and Kana's increased. So, kind of give you some light. Kana was the MVP for them in game 2. You see here a light blue, a dark blue, a purple, and a dark blue line. That indicates that for 4 minutes, there were no picks, no dives, no ganks of significance, but things were taken. Fred at Brian took a Hextech. Then they go and take an Ocean after getting a pick. 31 minutes, Red Force steal the Baron. Fred at Brian had a pick. Red Force steal it. Fred at Brian killed 3 members afterwards. Morgan with a double kill. So, I mean, Red Force weren't able to use the Baron. I think it was only on Kana. So, due to this, Fred at Brian go to Soul Point. They win a fight 3-0 in top lane at 33 minutes. Fred at Brian seemed to be running away with this game. 34 minutes are 14-6, 2.5k gold. Henna is 5-1-5. 37 minutes, though, they allow Red Force to go back to Soul Point. And then at 37 minutes, Vital becomes the MVP for them. Actually, I gotta say Vital's the MVP. Kana had a big lead, but without this play, it doesn't matter. 37 minutes, Vital steals the Baron with an ultimate, a Jinx Rocket. Save the game, because at 39 minutes with that Baron, they win 4-2 in the jungle. Vital with a double kill to end. So, that's kind of that. 10-16, because it was 14-6 at 34 minutes. In that fight, 4-2 ended it. Game 3. Not as interesting of picks or things like that, but 3 minutes. Fred and Brian go bot lane. They turn that into a Hex Tech. There's another skirmish in bot lane at 10 minutes, 1-1, so bot lane is highly contested. Red Force respond, taking a cloud, going mid lane. 15 minutes, the first significant fight of the game, however. Fred and Brian win 4-1 in bot. Lava and Umpty both with double kills. Lava looked good on the rise, hence the MVP for the series. Dominated with Vigar in game 1. Was very solid with the rise in game 2. So they go and use that power to take an Ocean. Eventually, they do take Ocean Soul in this game. Fred and Brian are up 6-3, 3k gold. They go and get a kill in mid at 21 minutes. Take 2 turrets. And then rise ultimate to the bot lane to take another turret. So their gold lead's now 5.5k. They get a pick, go to Ocean Soul Point. There's a skirmish in top at 24 minutes. It goes 2-2. 25 minutes, however, Fred and Brian do take their foot off the gas. They are picked off. Red Force take the Baron. They're down to 3k gold, so they cut the gold lead in half. 29 minutes, Fred and Brian would win a fight 3-0 in mid to take Ocean Soul, and that kind of did it because at the next fight they were able to get a pick, take the Baron, go to 8k, and then snowball from there. A 3-0 team fight win with the Baron. Morgan with a double kill on Renekton. Final score 19-7. It was smooth sailing after that. It seemed like at 28 minutes they had a chance to maybe make a comeback, but Red Force couldn't do it. And hear me out, honestly, I think they should go with Vital Ghost bot lane. I think that's what they should do. Or just get Ghost out of there. Vital looked really good. I want to see more Vital. I don't want to see any more Ghost. Ghost has been a non-factor in a lot of these games for them, and Vital looked good. He showed up in 2 games. Series 2, DRX, HLE, 2 other teams that are kind of in the bottom half of teams that interest me. All 3 games are, actually game 1 and game 3 are blowouts. Game 2, not so much. Slow early game in game 1, DRX get a cloud. Dudu Soul kills Kingen at 9 minutes. Dudu follows up his performance in the last series with another good one, at least in game 1. 11 minutes, HLE go top lane, get a Rift Herald, go mid lane. 12 minutes, they are smooth sailing. They're all over the place. However, at 16 minutes, DRX would stop them in their tracks. 2-0 team fight win in mid. Take a mountain. 19 minutes, there's a 1-1 fight in bot lane. In the bot 2v2, there's a trade of kills 1-1. DRX come down, clean it up. Go to Infernal Soul Point. This is where HLE struggled. They allowed DRX to go to Infernal Soul Point before 25 minutes and didn't even make them shed any blood. There were no kills. So when push came to shove, 28 minutes, DRX were able to take the objective. They took the Infernal Soul, 28 minutes. HLE got a kill, but it didn't make a difference. You should have stopped them well before that. 29 minutes, DRX won a fight 4-0. Kingen with a double kill to take the Baron. During that Baron, there was a skirmish in mid that went 1-1. Another skirmish in the jungle that went 1-1. So DRX ends up 6.5k ahead by the end of the Baron. 33 minutes, they're up 12-7. Deft is 5-0-4. Deft ends up being MVP. Clearly carried in this game, despite there not being any... I only mentioned Kingen with 2 kills because all these fights there wasn't somebody with all the kills or all the damage or whatever. It was a team effort, but Deft seemed to be there all the time. 34 minutes, DRX win 4-0, Deft with a double kill to end. Game 2, not a lot is written here, but the game went 42 minutes long. DRX take a mountain, slow early game. HLE respond, taking a Rift Herald after a pick. As you see here, if you can, blue, pink, purple. Not a lot happened besides objective prio. So DRX take an Ocean uncontested. HLE take a Cloud that was contested. They had to win a fight 2-0 to do so. Then they take a Cloud uncontested. 26 minutes. DRX take the Baron after a 2-1 team fight win. 2k gold lead. That pushes their gold lead. They push their gold lead to 5k during that Baron. 3-1 team fight win in bot. HLE then after the reset go to Soul Point. DRX at 33 minutes take another Baron despite HLE winning 2-0 in the team fight. Allowing HLE actually to make a stand during that Baron, they're able to stop them, which was huge because in the end that allowed them to take the Cloud Soul, take a Baron, and end the game. I said it like that because pretty much what happened. I mean, make a stand 35 minutes, take the Cloud Soul. They used the Cloud Soul to be able to take a Baron, and in both times, DRX did not lose a single member, which means DRX rolled over. And HLE won 2-1 at 42 minutes in mid to end, 12-8. They kind of just slow pushed it in. Despite not having a lot of kills over the opponent, they were able to walk it in. Game 3, 39 minutes long. HLE would go bot lane early, use that prio to take an ocean. DRX would get a pick, use that prio to take a mountain. So both teams are even through the first 17 minutes of the game. When there's a skirmish for the Rift Herald where HLE get it, 1-1. 19 minutes, it's 1-1 in mid. HLE take a Cloud. So HLE are cruising at 20 minutes. They're up 1.5k gold. Kills are 3-3. DRX then take a Cloud. 30 minutes, actually. So we're now at 30 minutes. Like, there were no fight kills between 19 minutes and 30 minutes. HLE win a fight 3-1 around the Baron. They were skirmishing. But they couldn't take the Baron. They didn't have enough damage. So they end up going to Cloud Soul Point instead. 32 minutes where this game was decided. Deft ends up being MVP. 5-1 team fight win in mid for DRX. Deft with a quadra kill. Turn that into a Baron. HLE are able to stop them in that case. Kind of similar to game 2. Now all of a sudden you're looking at it like, oh, geez, this is a repeat of game 2. DRX go to Cloud Soul Point to prevent game 2 from happening again. And then at 39 minutes, DRX win 5-1 in mid a second time. Deft with his second quadra kill on Zeri. Final score 15-9. They end off of that. It's nice to see DRX come out firing after their problems a couple days ago, where they allowed, they were really screwing with their lineup. But HLE is not a team that I look at as a threat, so kind of got to look at it like that. So that's my coverage of today's games in the LPL and LCK. If you like this content, like and subscribe. I do it every day because the LPL plays every day, and the LCK plays Wednesday through Sunday. Stay tuned for part 2 today, where I will be covering the LEC games as well. And like I say all the time, thanks for watching, and hopefully you come back for more content.